I'm Alechia Reese, and I own a marketing and branding firm called 360 Gateway Brand Management. We partner with Fortune 100, 500 influencer and celebrity clients to create the strategies to bring their campaigns, their events, and also their projects or services to market. So that is what I do. Where I come from, I was born with rats crawling around my head. I went an entire year without running water in my home and 6 months without electricity. I was told that I wouldn't amount to very much because I had a bad attitude and I just didn't like to listen. I was a rebel to the 10th degree. So success wasn't really something that was in the cards, so they said, for me. So what I decided at a very young age that they didn't get to decide, I did. And so what I realized is because I am from MLK in Sarasota, Florida, what I looked at and what I saw didn't really look like the success that I wanted. So I understood early that I would need to build partnerships and relationships in order to get out of where I was, because I didn't see that in my particular neighborhood. I do not motivate. So if you're looking to be motivated, I'm so sorry, you're going to be upset. And I do not empower, but what I will do is equip each and every one of you with what you're going to need to, when you get out of here, to be able to apply it immediately. What exactly do? You have to know exactly what it is that you do in order to partner with someone. It makes no sense if I come to you and say, hey, I'd love to partner, but I'm super unclear about exactly what it is that I can provide you to make you want to partner with me. So first things first, write down what do you do? And if you're unclear about what do you do, what are you really good at? When I first started my company, I was going through a divorce. My awesome ex-husband decided he would no longer pay the mortgage on our home, and so I had to figure out how I would not only provide for me, but also provide for my then 3-year-old. So for me, it was let me start a business. I had majored in marketing at Florida International University, so I was kind of good at it, but I had never actually worked in marketing. My first client was Grey Goose, and I'll show you how I did that, having never worked in marketing. What makes you unique and dope? For me, it's my ability to persist and my ability to strategize. In order to create profitable partnerships, you're going to need to learn how to do the same thing. So what makes you unique? Is it your ability to design? Is it your ability to create? All of those things are things that people pay for. What is it about you that someone else would want to collaborate and partner with you? How do you make things better simply because you arrived? My whole goal every time I enter a room is to leave the room transformed. So what is it that you do that will make it so that when they leave you from working with you, from talking with you, that they are now transformed and they can go to the next step simply because you were a part of it? That is what makes people continually call you, continually work with you, and continually partner with you. You need to be very clear on it, because confidence is what attracts people, but your ability to actually deliver is what keeps them. Kind of like character and talent. Your talent may get you in the door, but your character has to keep you there. And so the next thing is, how much is it worth? That's the piece that people always forget. Because they'll give, they'll give, they'll give, they'll give, they'll be depleted, and no one ever gives back to them. So how much is it worth? When I first started my company, like I said, I didn't have any marketing experience. So I didn't know how much people paid for marketers or for creative strategists. So what I did is I went to my bestie. You know who my bestie is? Google. Google is my bestie. I went to Google and I researched how much creative strategists or marketing individuals, how much do they get paid? And then I took a look at it because I wasn't a pro, so I couldn't charge what a lot of them charged. So what I did is I looked at how much does an entry-level marketing employee make? How much do they make? And then I had decided early that I wanted to make $150 an hour, because I had just read somewhere when I was a teenager that lawyers make a minimum of $150 an hour. And I said, well, I won't be a lawyer, but you know, I think I'm as good as one. So I said I wanted to make $150 an hour, and that's what I wanted to do. So when I researched how much an agency marketing person got paid and how much an employee who worked in marketing got paid, I put my amount, and it wasn't $150 when I started out the gate, because I needed to show and prove. You have to have receipts. If you're going to charge a premium, you need to have some receipts to be able to say the reason I'm charging you this is just because I will deliver X, Y, and Z. Make sense? So how much is it worth? Use your bestie Google to figure that part out. It's okay if you don't know. I did not know. I had no idea. So how much is it worth? Use bestie Google. And the next thing is where's your proof? Now this part is where people get a little confused and sometimes a little overwhelmed. You have to have receipts. Without a receipt, unless you're going to Nordstrom, shout out to Nordstrom, you won't get your money back.
Yeah.
You need a receipt. So you need to be able to prove that I am who I say I am and I can deliver what I say I can do. And then you need to figure out, where's your target client? Where's your target customer? For me, I needed it to be that when people Googled me, the things that I've done would come up. So I created what I call a brand story to tell my story using social media, because a lot of the brands that I work with had really, really large platforms on social media. So I knew that they would then check my social media to see, well, who is this girl who's emailing us? Can your targets see it too? If you say you are amazing, you are bomb, you are dope, you are all these things, it is okay and you should be amazing and beautiful and all those other things, but it doesn't count if the people that you truly do want to partner with don't know. You can have the cure for cancer, but if nobody knows, people will still die. So the issue is, and what a lot of people say, but I'm really good at what I do. Google yourself. I Google myself once a month, not because I'm a narcissist. I Google myself because I need to see what is coming up, what is happening when people are Googling me, because I am constantly reaching out to people who I want to work with. People say all day long, well, I'm going to, just let it happen, just let it flow. That's cool. I'm going to help direct the flow also, because not making a decision is making a decision. Yeah.